First and 10 now from the 30. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. And he is met quickly. In the backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack.
Here we go.
Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 58 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The ball comes out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. There he goes left side. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Tight.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And a great return here gets us with all the way down to the 26-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. On first down, here's Breida. He will push his way down to about the 14. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Got a man. It's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 34 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. From the gun, Jackson. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he... Taking a knee as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
This is Breida. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore #1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next, and rightly so because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has gotten together and the defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll pull it down. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2.
On second down now, it's Ingram. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. On first and 10, it's Jackson. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Throwing on second and long. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
And this will not be. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. We've got a little more than a minute to go, and I think the offense is saying, hey, all we need here, a field goal, and we can take the lead into intermission.
Well, I think that's what the goal should be. Give your kicker a chance to give you those 3 points. But in the meantime, if someone falls asleep on the defensive side, you might take advantage of that and get a big shot downfield, too.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be third down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Got a man. He finds Sanders. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, 49ers. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. Pretty good response. They had given up the touchdown and the lead, but they struck back.
And I love the way that they just saw it happen, took a quick exhale on the sidelines. So let's go get it back and fast. Let's go ahead and throw the ball downfield and get our own 6 points.
A huge chunk play to regain that lead. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And
hey,
analytics will tell you,
try
and score when given the opportunity.
I'm not really sure
first
why.
and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yes, we go. Y'all can hear me.
Now
Yes,
Jackson
sir.
from the gun, he'll throw. Forced out to his left. It's Jackson, and he the football. And this is going to be 49 football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to wish for
You don't want to see.
I don't know about you, but is it worth it
Chill,
at
sir.
whatever you're going to pick up to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I was worried about the
Put them in
movement,
great
too.
field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Bro, can you turn on your mic, dog? No. Chan face 3, 2, 1.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I already know what you about to do, bro. Don't even try to throw it to Kittle. I'm picking that off.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. It's caught by Coleman. And they're able to get this one past the 30
you didn't get a field goal,
down to
but you're not going to score a
25.
touchdown.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
An ad?
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. To throw again on second down. Garoppolo. It's caught by Sanders. Now a timeout signaled for him. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
I need a good comeback story for my life, man.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
11, man.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo.
Wow, he
Across
really
the
scored,
chalk,
man.
into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point
I know, but
advantage.
I want to get the picture before halftime. That's all right. I'm about to return this. And I'm calling it, too.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gold now to kick it away.
Marquise. Oh, shoot.
This is taken at the 3.
Oh,
And nice work on the return as they'll start their
If I would've got
drive
inside of him,
just
I
past
sure
the
would've got
30-yard line.
Nah, if I would have spun, it kind of would have slowed him down. That's why I kind of hate doing the spin. Are you watching it?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Oh, my bro.
That return here, he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll go with Hill here on first down. And a result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
All right, let's do it, John.
To throw is Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Jackson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that incompletion, you know, Charles, one of the big storylines in the final few weeks of the season lies in the AFC South. Tennessee and Houston battling back and forth. Houston won round 1, week 15, a victory in Nashville. But which of those two teams do you think has the potential to go deeper in the playoffs? And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
After the sack on first down, Garoppolo, he's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I don't even know what to say right now.
Now Gold for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
I got you.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Hey, I'll support the team, so
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
He's not going to freaking tell me.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to.
What the?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jason Barrett.
There's been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1.
No.
And it's not looking good for him here.
Do you see how much I'm down by?
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo completes it to Coleman. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And that will extend their lead now up to 22. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good 3. Right, release the ball, fall back on defense without any look, and you know it's going in the hoop.
Damn, I let down all my things.
After splitting the uprights to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5.
Bro.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
56, the mark, boy. 56. Check.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson.
No.
To escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Flushed out right.
Bro, oh my, throw the fucking ball, bro.
And he's brought down. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
Right, it is not
at this
take that
stage of
long
the game in the
to
second half, down 3 scores. I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now Garoppolo, and the pressure gets to him again. Matt Judon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. They'll set up a screen for Breida. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to 4th down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away.
Wow, bro, I'm really getting
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
I swear to bro.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. After the interception, here's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 22-yard scamper. And the Ravens get a bit closer. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for two.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Operating from the gun. Jackson being chased out left. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 12-yard line.
Every player I know tends to play the game in his mind before it actually happens. There's no way he thought that at this stage of the game, this would be his first big run like that.
Yeah, but it's got to feel for him like the floodgates open a sign of relief. Now we'll see if things can open up for him.
See if it can continue.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. D. Ford, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. To try again after the sack, Jackson. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. One last shot for Jackson. Buying time to his left. He's going to let it fly.
Okay, now he wants to get it away.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did.
pissed off right now. Can't believe I freaking lost. Watch, now they're about to pair me up with somebody that sucks and I'm about to blow them out. Hopefully they have a freaking mic. Bro, he lost because of y'all. I mean, y'all lost because of him. Look, just let me find this play, bro.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up.
Hold on, I want to see this.
Running these racks up. 100 million a week after.
Damn. Okay.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans.
Like,
the
clearly
setting in this
nobody's going
dome
out there,
just
bro.
serves to
Like,
amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago.
It was 3rd and 16,
and
bro.
we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker for the Saints, Will Lutz, has it teed up, and here we go from New Orleans. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Damn,
he's
boy,
able to get it
got
across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the gun, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards in the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Honestly, it really wasn't. He just
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson to throw again.
Yo, come back to the ball.
Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for Baltimore. And even 50 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now it's Jackson. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. This is caught, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Relax, Diggy, for real. You're scaring me.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Right there. 54, right there, 54.
Oh, disrespectful.
Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be intercepted.
Why does he take so long to throw the ball? It must be lagging.
In their 2-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So Brees going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now Brees. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Brees to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. It's a gain of 34. A one-handed catch, that's one thing, but with a defender right there, that was a heck of a play.
It used to be that one-handed catch was instinctive in a game. Now it's a practiced move. They work on it before, after.
No way.
Practice sessions.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown,
Isn't he do that at
New
PI?
Orleans. Traquan Smith, 47 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Lutz with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And they'll spot him at the 3-yard line. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some space, some room. And it went awry, didn't it?
They'll run it with Kamara.
Bro.
Takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a
Bro, I was about to say,
but
that's
this will
saving
get
bounds.
out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
That,
I don't know about
bro,
you, but
I think I
can
would
hear
actually fit.
and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Here's Jackson to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack coming from defensive end, Cameron Jordan. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. being chased out left. He's going to run, but Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
I'm going to winning streak. I'm not going to freaking losing streak.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Bro,
muscle him here as he pulls it in.
Dude, how does he do that? How is he doing that?
26 yards.
I literally was like using that dude.
In Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara with his second touchdown here in this first half.
Dude, I always said I have perfect,
able to
but I never
stretch that
freaking
lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point.
Like, literally don't
and the
say
lead
that
is
is
up to
perfect.
15 now.
So stupid.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Play action. It's Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Matt Judon coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now Breeze. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
All right,
and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Oh, the O-lineman catching up to
I
Marlon
saw
Humphrey.
the pressure coming at him. That just
Literally
looked
probably the
problematic.
fastest
Hit him as he threw it,
defense.
and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy. And can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
From the 29, Jackson. He's going to take off with it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs. Able to improvise and get the first. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime preview. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. They do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-lib.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within one score.
Yeah, all right, man. What the hell are you?
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the two-point conversion.
It's our time. It's our time. Right there. 54. Right there. Right.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
From the gun, Jackson. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a one-score deficit.
Now you're middle one. No, me is sleeping literally.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6. Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Well, let's get back to the playoff picture. We talked about the AFC. Let's look at the NFC. Still, that race starting to come into focus. We know most of the teams. Seahawks, 49ers, Saints, and Packers all in. Vikings in good shape. How do you handicap this race? It seems like anyone can beat anyone.
I think you're spot on, because if you were going...
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. And even 60 yards. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Wow, that was kind of hard.
Hollywood, Marquise Brown,
that boy Hollywood Brown
with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys are back within a single score. So the Ravens will keep the offense on the field as they're going to go for 2.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 50. Check 50.
Again, Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
At their own 27-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. To throw, it's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Drew Brees does it again. 3 first-half touchdown passes for him now. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Jackson now. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach. We can get it.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. 4 touchdown passes now for Drew Brees. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there. But the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Oh, the Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, there you go. Just your everyday leading big, and you onside kick it with a lead. They got it. I mean, it worked, but interesting call.
I think because they have such a margin, they feel a little bit bolder about what they're doing. And it's not only just to try and increase their lead, but that's their way of saying we're in full control of this game, and we can kind of do what we want.
Brees going to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Brees. Complete. Smith has it. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Brees now on 1st down. And this one complete to Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Breeze now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. And it's complete right back in the hands of Smith. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Drew Brees keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And maybe the defense caught a little by surprise there that he took off and got in?
Yeah, I would think so, because if you're analyzing it from that side of the ball, you're thinking running back, fullback. It takes you a while before you get to the quarterback.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Come on.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Willie Snead, 33 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. And he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Now Breeze. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Drew Brees turning. Back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz will look to add the extra point. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. If they want it first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call? Is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. Well, Charles, while we have a second, you know, we talked about the NFC playoff picture, but I wanted to get your thoughts on a hot topic right now in NFL circles. That's awarding a home game to every division winner, regardless of record. It's happened twice in this decade that we've seen a 7-9 team in Seattle get a home game and a 7-8-1 Carolina team get one. Where do you stand on this? Because there's a scenario where you could have a 13-win team from the NFC West traveling to face an 8-win team from the NFC East.
I know I'm a dinosaur on this one. Absolutely. I love the division champ getting a home game. I don't care what the record is, and I know it sounds...
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, 69 yards. And the Ravens get a bit closer. John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Jackson operating from the gun. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Saints hands team able to rein this. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens.
Oh, ball. That's our ball. That's our ball. Here we go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
All day, dog. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Don't get nervous.
Right there.
Now Jackson on first down. Forced out to his left. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Check. Watch 54.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 52 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. From the gun, it's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Ready. 95-56. Hey, let's get in them holes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking here for Smith downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Ooh, a little cruel here. They're going to go for the onside kick up big. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted.